Hello, my urban knights. How are you all doing today? Oh my gosh, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. I told you guys I may pop in and out occasionally depending on what's happening. This is what is happening. Nicki Minaj's husband, let's see, Kenneth Zoo Petty. I don't know why they call him Zoo because he does seem like, well, maybe I know why, because he's bringing a lot of monkey business into their relationship. Kenneth Zoo Petty pleads guilty to failure to register as a sex offender in the state of California. All right, let me read this. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Zoo Petty, has entered a plea deal for failing to register as a sex offender in the state of California. And this is according to People magazine. See, I have my People magazine. But they have court records. They have court records to show. People magazine obtained these court records. The 43-year-old pleaded guilty on Thursday, yesterday, which was September 9th, during a virtual hearing with the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California, which oversees both central and southern parts of the state. Now, because he is a sex offender and he did not register as a sex offender, he pled guilty. And now, as a result of that, he now faces a maximum of 10 years in prison and a lifetime of supervised release. Now, if you saw my show on Tuesday night, I had a special guest, Dr. Michelle Morris. We were just talking about this, being a sex offender and what goes with, being a sex offender. So listen, Petty's sentencing has been scheduled for January 24th, 2022. I'm going to keep you posted because you cannot, as a sex offender, first of all, he did something incorrectly. He left New York State as a sex offender, and it was as if he did not tell his parole officer that he was relocating and moving to California. When you are a sex offender and you are on or under the supervision of parole, you just can't move anywhere without notifying your parole officer, and your parole officer has to give you permission to relocate. So guess what? If Nicki Minaj wanted to go on tour, all right, to Florida, he just can't go up packing with her. He has to get permission from his parole officer to let the parole officer know exactly where he's going, how long he's going, and things of that nature. When you are on parole, you are being supervised. Now, in the state of New Jersey, it's called the SOMU unit, Sex Offender Management Unit. And that is the unit that supervises those that are on parole for sex crimes. If you have been convicted of a sex crime and you do your time in prison with the brick and mortar, if you want to be released, you need to sit in front of a parole board and they can say, okay, you are released from the brick and mortar. However, you will need to be supervised in the community and you are still, in a sense, serving out your sentence, but you're serving out your sentence in the community. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the tiering that goes along with this as I read this. So an attorney for Petty and a representative for Nicki Minaj, did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. Petty was arrested in March 2020 after being indicted for failure to register as a sex offender. What the hell is wrong with him? You know you are a sex offender. You know you need to register. You just go to your local police authority and say, my name is Kenneth Petty, and guess what? I'm a sex offender and I need to register. You know that. Mr. Petty, you are a father right now and you are a husband right now. And now you're putting your entire family in jeopardy because of your nonsense. This is incredible. He initially faced, in March 2020, after being indicted for failure to register as a sex offender, At the time, Petty pleaded not guilty and posted a $100,000 bail, which I'm sure was, for the most part, the money of your wife, according to records accessed by People. He initially faced legal trouble after being pulled over by the Beverly Hills Police Department on November 15, 2019, a month after they got married. Why would you marry this joker? When the department determined he was registered as a sex offender in New York. But in California, where he now resides, my goodness, Petty is required to register as a sex offender, as he was convicted for the first-degree attempted rape of a 16-year-old in 1995. He was sentenced to 18 to 54 months, but spent 4 years in prison. He is a level 2 registered offender in New York, which means he's considered a moderate risk of repeat offense. So you have these tiers, what we call in New Jersey, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and it's about risk. Tier 1 is you are a low risk, okay, to repeat the offense. Tier 2, that means you are a moderate risk to repeat the offense. And then tier 3, meaning you are a very high risk to repeat the offense. So he's a moderate risk. And typically most moderate risk don't require a life of supervision. But because he did not register, now they may have to readjust his tiering. I don't know. This is interesting. And now, last month, Petty's alleged rape victim, Jennifer Ho, filed a lawsuit against him and Minaj, in which she accused the pair of attempting to intimidate her into recanting her rape accusation, saying that they offered her $500,000. Listen, when you have been convicted of a sex crime, I want you all to hear me. When you have been convicted of a sex crime, you can no longer have the freedoms that you had before your conviction. You are under the mandate of the Department of Corrections still, with parole as your supervisor. So when you are charged with a sex crime and you have the sentence of being a sex offender, there are certain things that you have to do. And there's certain things that must be done. You have to register because there's a process called notification. They need to notify people in the community based on your tiering level. So say, for instance, if a tier 3 moves into your neighborhood, police officers of the law, at least in Jersey, will come to your door to tell you that a registered person is in your neighborhood. A tier 2, they may hand something out. A tier 1 may be, not as intrusive. So, this is something else. We just had this conversation about sex offenders and things of that nature. So back in 1995, he was convicted of first-degree attempted rape of a 16-year-old. So now Nicki Minaj is married to a sex offender, which is not new. There's nothing new about that. The problem that I have with him is, why didn't he register? You have to register. Even if you don't believe your conviction to be true, you are still under the supervision and you still have to register. That is the law. Now, because you did not register, you're putting your child in danger, in a sense. You're putting your wife in danger. And when I say in danger, I don't mean violent danger or anything like that, but career-wise, she's canceling shows. I mean, because she just got married to you, October 2019? In my professional opinion, Nicki, you need to run as fast as you can from this one. Because let me tell you, You're going to end up in a poorhouse with this one. Spending your time going to visit him in the popo. I mean, because of something that he didn't do that he knew he should have done. He could have just walked into the police station to say, here I am. This is not good. This is not good. So January 2022, I can't remember the date, January, whenever, his sentencing will be done. A maximum of 10 years. Now, that doesn't mean that he may spend 10 years in prison. It's a maximum of 10 years. Maybe he can do 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. 18 months, but we'll see. This is not good, you guys. So anyway, I'm signing out. This is Dr. Lisa Lacan here talking about this breaking news with Nicki Minaj's husband being married to a sex offender and what can come along with that if your husband is ignorant, if your husband is a joker. Now, he already has the sex offender label on him. Why not just do what you're supposed to do and register? But I have to tell you, if you're ever in New Jersey, Mr. Petty, you can come to Blessed Ministries Incorporated. We work with parolees all the time. You can find a job with us because you will not be touring with your wife anytime soon. I could probably promise you that. Anyway. Oh, also our website is www.bmiworks.org. So if you're ever in New Jersey, you can come and visit us. We'll help you get a job. We'll help you secure a job. We'll help you stay out of trouble. We'll guide you to do the right things, but you know what to do and what not to do. I just don't understand people when they do this. So anyway, let's see. Somebody has a comment. Blessings, my sister. All right. How you doing, Mr. Fountain? Blessings to you. Bless up yourself. What's up? What's up? Are you from what? Jamaica? My Jamaicans out there. How you doing, my Jamaican folks? How you doing out there? So listen. This is all that I have until Sunday. Yes, Sunday. I have wonderful author, Brittany Harden. She's going to be talking about her book and about COVID and going back to school. I can't wait for that. But until next time, you people, my urbanites, you say, stay safe, stay blessed. See you all on Sunday, our special edition. But this was just breaking news. All right. Talk to you all later. Bye.